What if hell isn't just fire and brimstone? What if it's organized, calculated, perfectly designed to punish each sin in the most horrific way possible? In 1308, Italian poet Dante Alighieri claimed he traveled through hell and returned to tell the tale. What he described wasn't random torture. It was 9 carefully constructed circles, each worse than the last. The deeper you go, the more horrifying it becomes. Tonight, we descend through all 9 levels. But I warn you, what you're about to see will make you question every choice you've ever made. When you think about hell, what do you see? Probably fire, brimstone, eternally burning flames. But what if I told you hell is far more complex than that? 9 separate circles, each designed for specific sins, each more terrifying than the last. This idea was brought to the world by one man, Dante Alighieri, and his vision has been terrifying people for 700 years. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel because by the end of this video you'll never be the same again. If you're ready, let's enter through the gates of hell. Born in Florence in 1265, Dante Alighieri wasn't just a poet. He was a political exile, a romantic lover, and perhaps the author of the most influential literary work in history, the Divine Comedy. But don't let the word comedy fool you. There's nothing funny about this book. In Dante's usage, comedy simply meant a story with a happy ending. And yes, Dante eventually reaches paradise. But to get there, he first had to pass through the 9 circles of hell. Written around 1308, this work consists of 3 parts: hell, Inferno, purgatory, Purgatorio, and paradise, Paradiso. But the most famous, the most terrifying, is the hell section. Dante isn't alone on this journey. His guide is the Roman poet Virgil. And together, they descend into those dark realms where sinners are punished forever. The journey begins in a dark wood. Dante finds himself middle-aged in the middle of life, lost. He tries to climb a hill, but 3 wild beasts, a leopard, a lion, and a wolf, block his path. They represent sin, pride, and greed. Just as he's about to give up hope, Virgil appears, and he shows him another way, the path through hell. When they arrive at the entrance to hell, they see the famous inscription, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." This isn't just a warning, it's a fact. Once you pass through hell's gate, there's no salvation, no repentance, no mercy. Only eternal suffering. As they pass through the gate, the first thing they hear is screams, moans, pleas, and the journey hasn't even begun yet. Actually, not a circle of hell, but a special area called the vestibule. Here are people who never took a side. They did neither good nor evil. They just existed. And Dante doesn't even consider them worthy of hell proper. In the vestibule, they run forever, chasing a banner. Hornets and wasps fly around them, stinging them until they're covered in blood. And beneath their feet, worms feed on this blood. Virgil tells Dante, "Don't even speak of them. Just look and pass. These people are so worthless that even hell doesn't fully accept them." The first real circle, Limbo. This is the only place without physical torture, but there's spiritual pain. Who's here? Unbaptized children, virtuous pagans who lived before Jesus, Homer, Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, all here. They committed no sin, but they didn't have faith in Jesus because they lived before him. Dante thinks this is unjust, but those are the system's rules. The people in limbo aren't tortured, but they're eternally deprived of God's presence, and that, in itself, is a hell. As they descend to the second circle, everything changes. Now, physical punishment begins. Here are those who committed the sin of lust, adulterers, the unfaithful, those who succumbed to uncontrolled passions. Their punishment? They're swept forever in a violent hurricane. Just as their passions swept them away in life, now a real hurricane tosses them eternally. Dante sees famous lovers here: Cleopatra, Helen of Troy, Paris, and the most tragic, Paolo and Francesca, Two lovers killed because of their forbidden love, now spinning together but suffering in the hurricane forever. Francesca tells Dante their story, and Dante is so moved that he faints. In the third circle, it's raining. But this isn't normal rain. Dirty, filthy, cold rain, and the ground is muddy, disgusting. Here are the gluttons, excessive eaters, drinkers, those overly devoted to worldly pleasures. A giant creature walks over them, Cerberus, the three-headed dog, but in Dante's version, even more terrifying. Cerberus tears sinners apart with his claws, listening to their screams, and the sinners lie in the mud, unable to recognize each other, alone and miserable. In life, they thought only of themselves. Now, they're alone forever. In the fourth circle are two groups of people constantly clashing. On one side, the greedy, money lovers, hoarders, those who never share. On the other side, the wasteful, money squanderers, those who spend without valuing it. Both push giant boulders from one end of the circle to the other, and when they meet in the middle, they shout at each other, "Why did you hoard? Why did you squander?" Then they push their boulders back. And this continues forever. Dante sees many priests and cardinals here, religious men who sold their souls for money. In the fifth circle is the river Styx, a dark, muddy swamp. Here, angry people fight each other forever. They struggle in the muddy water, tearing each other apart. The anger they couldn't control in life now finds eternal expression. But there are also passive-aggressive people. They kept their anger inside, never expressed it. They're at the bottom of the swamp, buried in mud, unable to breathe, suffering silently. Virgil and Dante cross the river in a boat, and here they see for the first time that hell is a city, the city of Dis, surrounded by flames, guarded by demon angels. As they enter the city of Dis, they reach the sixth circle. Here are tombs, flaming tombs. Inside them are heretics, those who taught false doctrine, who believed the soul wasn't immortal, who denied God. Each tomb is open, and flames rise from inside. Sinners burn within, screaming. Dante speaks here with several Florentine enemies, political adversaries, and even they complain about this condition. But what's truly terrifying, when Judgment Day comes, the tomb lids will close. Then they'll be in darkness, in fire, alone forever. The seventh circle is divided into 3 rings, because violence can be of 3 types. First ring, violence against others, murderers, war criminals, bandits are here, submerged in a river of boiling blood. The more violent, the deeper they're submerged. Centaurs, half-horse, half-human creatures, watch them with bows and arrows. If someone tries to escape, they're pushed back with arrows. Second ring, violence against self, suicides. The strangest punishment is here. Suicides have been transformed into trees, but these trees bleed, speak, suffer. Harpies, bird creatures with women's faces, come and tear off their branches. Each broken branch causes pain. When Dante breaks a branch, the tree screams, "Why do you hurt me? I hurt myself in life, now you too." Third ring, violence against God and nature. Blasphemers, homosexuals, considered sin in Dante's time, and usurers are here. Fiery sand rains down on them, and the ground is also on fire. They run forever on burning sand, no rest. The eighth circle is known as Malabolge, evil ditches, divided into 10 separate ditches, each for a different type of fraud. First ditch, seducers and deceivers, horned demons whip them. Second ditch, flatterers and sycophants, swimming in excrement. Third ditch, simoniacs, those who sold religious offices for money, upside down, feet on fire. Fourth ditch, fortune tellers and sorcerers, heads twisted backwards, walking backwards forever, weeping. Fifth ditch, corrupt politicians, swimming in boiling pitch. If they surface, demons push them back with hooks. Sixth ditch, hypocrites, forced to wear golden robes, but so heavy they walk slowly forever. Seventh ditch, thieves, snakes swarm them. When a snake bites, they turn to ash, then reappear. Forever. Eighth ditch, evil counselors, wrapped in flames. Ninth ditch, sowers of discord, troublemakers. A demon cuts them with a sword, then they heal and get cut again. 10th ditch, falsifiers, liars, afflicted with diseases, leprosy, plague, every kind of illness, scratching forever, suffering. And finally, we come to the deepest, darkest place, the ninth circle, the circle of treachery. Here, there's no fire, because treachery is such a cold sin that the bottom of hell is frozen. Lake Cocytus, a lake entirely of ice, and within it are 4 regions. 1. Cana, those who betrayed family members, up to their necks in ice. 2. Antenora, those who betrayed their homeland, heads outside but bodies in ice. 3. Ptolemea, those who betrayed their guests, on their backs in ice, tears freezing. 4. Judeca, those who betrayed their benefactors, completely buried in ice, and there in the center at the very deepest, Satan. In Dante's depiction, Satan isn't ruling. He too is being punished, a giant creature. From the waist up, outside the ice, he has 3 heads, red, yellow, and black. In each mouth he chews 3 great sinners, Judas Iscariot, who betrayed Jesus, Brutus, who betrayed Julius Caesar, Cassius, who betrayed Julius Caesar. Satan has 6 wings, constantly flapping, but he can't fly, because the cold wind created by his wings freezes Cocytus. Satan weeps, tears flow from his 3 eyes, saliva and blood from his mouths, but no one pities him. This is the vision of hell's center, absolute evil, absolute suffering, absolute loneliness. Virgil and Dante climb past Satan's hairy legs, and finally they emerge on the other side of Earth, at the foot of Mount Purgatory, seeing the stars. Dante's vision of hell isn't just a poem. It's been shaping Christian thought for 700 years. The Catholic Church never accepted it as official doctrine, but they never condemned it either, because what Dante described feels too real. 9 circles, each for specific sins, each with a punishment reflecting that sin's nature. This isn't random torture. This is justice. Horrifying, eternal, but justice. And perhaps that's why it's so terrifying, because in Dante's hell, there's a place for everyone. Where would you be? Thank you for watching this video. Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And remember, according to Dante, the inscription at Hell's Gate isn't just for those who enter, it's a warning for all of us. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.